Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth and this is my little sister,
Erica.
In my YouTube channel, I talk about faith, fitness, and self-development. And for today's video, we're making matcha, and after drinking matcha, talk about
Life.
we have a lot to talk about. To your liking. I like mine pretty sweet. I'm gonna add this on top.
A beauty, okay? Look.
These are finished matcha. Okay, cheers.
They be like, who?
I think it tastes pretty good.
Who are you?
Tell us your name, how you grew up, what happened in your life that affected who you are today.
My name is Erica. I'm her younger sister. We're only a year apart. But honestly, I feel way younger than that. From her.
Yeah.
From her. But from like my age group, I think I'm a lot older than they are. People talk about middle children. Oh my god, it's the worst thing ever. They're ignored all the time. I mean, I don't think I was ignored, but I think growing up, I kissed my parents' butt. To basically sum it up for you guys, I was always the one, like, my dad said, go do this, and I was like, go do that. I'm like, okay.
Why do you think that was the case? Because it's like we both kind of grew up the same, but I wasn't like that. I was always like, I do what I want to do and just had my own rule.
I think since you got in trouble a lot more, I didn't want to get in trouble. So I was scared to rebel. When I was younger, I had a sense in the back of my head where I feel like if I get in trouble right now, it's going to be like 10 times worse than how they would punish you.
So would you say like it was more out of fear?
Yeah. I was scared to just be like, oh, I'm going to go do this, whatever, bye. You know? As I grew older, actually started working, wanting to go out more. I don't even know why I started rebelling. I just did one day.
What would you say is rebelling? Because I mean, isn't that just part of growing up? Because just because our parents are the way they are and they have some sort of rules does not make them always right. You know, obviously obey your parents, you know. I'm not saying disrespect your parents. I'm not condoning that, but most of the time parents don't know what they're doing. And most of the time they are not right, you know. They're doing
it's their first time learning too.
Exactly. So what would you say brought you out of that, where it's now I get to choose what's right and what's wrong and not necessarily come off of my parents' rule book in life?
I think it's because my thought and process, my decision making was influenced by them. If I knew that they thought it was good, then I would go do it. But like if I knew that they thought it was bad, like I would avoid it. So I think I grew up and started thinking on my own. Okay, I don't want to do that. I don't like that, or like that doesn't sound right. So that's when I started talking back to mama. I apologized. I remember when I first talked back to my mom, like I apologized to her. I'm like,
She probably cried a couple times.
Yeah, no, but I told her, I was like, you know, I'm not like this towards you.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't want to keep going back and forth.
Yeah.
Like I kind of just told her to let me be because I want to say something that I would regret.
Thinking back about it, do you think they were right most of the time?
I don't know, to be honest, because I think I had a ball. Finally getting like freedom, going out more. I felt like I didn't really care anymore. I started rebelling, I guess, or doing what I wanted to do. It was like lifted that like, not strictness, what is it? It kind of did, so it's like they didn't really care anymore when we go out, you know.
Or they just accepted that we are growing up, but it was just them accepting the fact that we are growing up, that now they don't have as much control towards us anymore. How do you think that still plays a role in your life right now, in your life decisions? Do you think it still affects it in some ways?
I think too much freedom, like having too much freedom is like, it'll catch on. It'll catch up later on in life.
Because you don't have enough wisdom.
It did kind of like catch up to me, and I was just like, hold up, I don't want this too much freedom now that I'm an adult.
What would you tell your 13-year-old self?
Like to not be too much in your head and not care so much about what other people have to say.
You were in middle school?
I mean in middle school I had a blast. I think since we didn't really grow up with money and we went to a white school, you kind of see these people like walk around with all these nice things. I'm there and I'm like, like I wish I could have that. But I already knew that my parents were doing everything
the best
that
they could.
Yeah, to like give me everything I wanted and I needed at least. I shouldn't complain.
Do you remember at the time when we were younger that we didn't really have much? Do you remember that, or do you just remember the good memories?
I don't think I remember too much. Our dad would take her to the CPCC campus and like do that, or like he would tell us that he would go to like the jewelry, like to the pawn shop and like sell his jewelry or stuff like that to put food on the table. Like, I don't remember any of that.
Yeah.
I think
a little backstory, guys. We have a stepdad.
Yeah.
We came here from the Philippines. I was 7.
I think I was about to turn 7.
Yeah, she was 6, turning 7.
I was like 6, yeah, turning
and
7.
I was 7.
About to turn 8.
About to turn 8. My mother brought us here from the Philippines. And growing up, we didn't have much. I remember it was only my dad working at the moment. He was making like 400, 500 a week. You know, thinking back about it, that's what we're making right now.
Yeah.
Or even more than that, you know?
And then it's like right now, we're like, this is not enough.
Yeah, this is not enough. And
so like imagine having all those kids and like, you know, even having yourself, like feeding yourself, feeding your family.
They supported a whole family, like, how many of us? 1, 2... like 5 or 6.
Yeah, it was like 5 or 6.
5 or 6 in the household, and they made it work. You know, I don't remember any
bad
memories or even going to sleep hungry. Like, we didn't go to sleep hungry. My mom always made good food. My mom stayed at home most of the time. She cooked, she cleaned the house. This was before she worked. And my dad actually tried going back to college, and the government tried paying for him, right?
Yeah.
To go back to college. I remember going to one of his classes.
Me too. He was giving a speech.
He was giving a speech. Yeah. It was probably for communication class or something like that, because it was a tutorial.
Yeah.
And he chose like how to cut meat because he's a butcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how he made money. He's a butcher, and it's so crazy how even different life is right now with him. You know, so proud of him. But he took me to the college, and we didn't have money for me to even have school supplies, but he took me there. And since the government gave him a certain amount of money, stipend or whatever, he said, Elizabeth, go ahead, choose a book bag. And that's like one of my first memory of like, wow, like he didn't have money, but he did that for me. And I remember back then I was like, man, like I felt so special. This book bag is cool. You know, I'm like, this book bag is $60. I can't even afford this, but the government paid for it. And I don't know.
But like he could have used it on books. And
like just those sacrifices our parents make that we like take for granted. You know?
But I mean, growing up too, like, I don't want to say like we travel, like we didn't travel all over like to different countries, but like we had times where like we would literally go to Fayetteville, we'd go to like different cities for my dad's job, and then like I remember it would just be fun.
Every weekend it was like us in the pool.
Yeah, or like 4th of July, we would go get fireworks and like stuff like that.
Do you think we were too hard on our parents growing up?
I think so, yeah. Kind of. You were.
I have this conversation with my dad all the time. Like, although I was kind of hard on them, I feel like it also motivated them to kind of have a better life for us, you know?
Yeah.
You know? Because I feel like if I wasn't like as hard up with them, I feel like that wouldn't push them, because I feel like that would make them stagnant to be comfortable where we're at. Yeah. And I was like, it was a point where we were living in a 2-bedroom house, 1 bath. You know, and I would complain all the time. I would be like,
I'm tired of waiting for you on the bathroom.
And I was just like a little brat, guys. You know, I should have been more thankful, but as I'm older now, I'm more thankful about it.
But I think it was fun sharing yours, though. That was fun.
She's saying that right now because we live,
because we don't live together. No, I think you don't really realize like the people that live like that are younger now and they're still like all living together like with their parents and their siblings. Yeah. I don't think you guys realize how hard it is. Like you're literally, it's like you're on drugs for like 18 years, right? Like well, let's say 18 because like usually when you're 18, like you move out. Yeah. It's like you're after that and like you become more independent. It's like you have withdrawals and it's like, you know, it's like you get sometimes you get so depressed, it gets lonely, it's like quiet, like it's not the same as being in a full house. Yeah, it doesn't feel as homey because our mom made everything so homey. Yeah, like everyone's like, oh my god, I can't wait to leave. I mean, like if you have like a different situation where like abused or like, you know, then like I get it, but like I'm telling you right now, like if you could stay with your parents and your family, stay with them. Save money. Oh yeah, save money too. But like it won't be as lonely. And then you gotta learn how to cook for yourself. You don't know how to cook.
I feel like it's an important skill for everyone to have.
Yeah.
You know, okay. Now moving forward to that, talking about moving out. So you moved out at 19. Let's talk about that.
Honestly, it was scary. I think the whole process of applying and even like trying to like wait out the whole process of trying to get it like accepted, that was like very nerve-wracking. I remember I was in my room, I would pray every day. Like, please, like day and night. I would be at work and I would just pray and I would just be like, bro. I wouldn't call God, bro. You know,
I call God babe sometimes.
I'm like, hey, babes.
I'm like, good night, babe.
No, but save money up. Okay, I'm telling you right now. Like right now, my apartment is barely furnished. Okay, we have the necessities, so
yeah,
that's really all you need. Honestly, people, I feel like when you like get into an apartment, oh my gosh, people actually like buy throughout like the years.
Stay.
Yeah. Like while they're at their parents, like they'll buy little stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I buy gift cards.
Yeah, I wanted to do that, but somebody was like, it's okay, you don't need it right now.
In your situation, it wasn't really like you knew for sure. It was kind of like last minute, you know?
It was. And it's not like I needed to move out.
Yeah.
I think it was more like I wanted to become even more independent and feel good about myself.
Take more responsibility.
Yeah. Like,
or control in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That like I'm not always just living at someone's house. Because guys, I moved out at 16.
Yeah,
I
we
moved
did
out of
move
my
out at
parents.
16 out of our parents. How was that? Like, where did you go and stuff like that?
So I moved in with my aunt. To be honest, I think I basically kicked myself out.
Because she didn't have to.
No, I didn't
do all
want
of that.
to, but like I think like I was like literally my emotions were so heightened throughout those years. Like,
Yeah.
That was when I was like first like talking back to my parents, doing what I wanted to do, you know, in a journey of trying to figure out who I was. I mean, I still am.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah, I think I still am. But when I moved out, I didn't even need to. Okay, whatever, let me just move to my aunt's house. So I moved to my aunt's house. Why was she depressed on my house? I wasn't depressed because of her, okay? I think I was just fighting a lot of demons. I was going through a lot of mental. So I remember when I moved out, I was like gardening a lot. We're gonna be nice. We're gonna call it gardening. So
we're gonna talk about a little her testimony.
So we were gardening or we.
Don't put me.
We did. Okay, but that's a different story. Okay. No, I was gardening a lot because.
You don't mind putting this on the internet, right?
No.
Okay.
Because I mean.
We're not there anymore.
Yeah, I don't do it anymore. It was a part of my journey.
Yeah.
Okay? So when I was gardening a lot, it just made me numb. I was always so heartbroken because I think like also like it made it really hard to move out too because I mean all my life I've always been attached to my little brother. So I think moving out I was kind of just like, oh my gosh, like I can't even see my little brother, like I don't live with him. Trying to like reflect on your life, it makes you like really, really sad.
That's an early age to do it too.
Yeah. I mean, I was doing it way before, but
but
I was doing a lot.
It all just came together.
No, I was doing. It was like bad. Like I was literally driving. Oh my god, let me not even say that on the internet because y'all, I don't do it anymore. It made me numb. And then I think at one point, like just like I broke down. Did I call you?
I'm not sure.
I don't think I called you. I think I called Kevin. Oh no, I think I did call you. You were out though. But you answered still.
What did you say?
Like I was just crying on the phone.
And I was like confused kind of, right?
Yeah, because I don't show my emotions.
Yeah,
like,
my
growing
sister,
up, I didn't.
Yeah.
I would cry, but I would cry about like stupid stuff.
She would cry, but she would not tell us the reason why she cries.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very expressive.
Yeah.
I will feel a certain way and I will tell you why. Like, if I don't know why, I will come up with 20 reasons why I might be mad.
That's not a bad thing. Okay.
It's just like circle which one you think.
Yeah. Like, but for me, like, it's not like I didn't want to say the reason. I think for me, it's just like I couldn't come up with the words. Or like come up with like the
vocabulary to express what was really going on.
I was like, because like, you know.
Yeah.
I called her and then I remember she was like, what the heck? She was like, "Are you okay? Are you dying?" I was like, "No." And then I think like that night, I kind of just like started to like really reflect, and like I think that was when I started texting her more, and I guess like appreciating my mom more. Yeah, my aunt was there as like a mom figure, but like she also had her own kids, so it wasn't the same.
Yeah, nothing really compares. Like you think that you wish you had a different set of parents, but when you actually don't live with them anymore, you're just like, wow, like my parents, no one compares to them. You know?
OGs.
Yeah, they're the OGs. Even I used to like compare my dad to like my uncle, because obviously my uncle had more money. We would go to these like vacations and stuff, and I was closer to my aunt, the one that I live with right now, and I would be like, wow, like it would be so nice to like live with them, you know. But in the back of my head, I was like, but I don't think I can ever have that type of relationship with them the same way, because even though we didn't have money, our parents did a very great job of showing us affection, of, you know, our love language of acts of service. They would cook, they would provide, like it was an actual, like, in a way, traditional way of living. You know, it was a traditional way of living. Like my dad provided and my mom made the house a home. And we didn't realize how hard it is to make a house a home until we actually moved out of the house. You know, even if she has this, she has a beautiful apartment, you guys. We might show her when it's, we might make a video of it, or she might make a video of it on her YouTube channel. Actually, tell her your YouTube channel.
Well, it's just my name. It's Erica Besitas. I might change it because that's a little too long. Yours, Elizabeth Besitas?
Yeah, it's just my name, because I'm like, our last name is so unique. It doesn't, but
I should just keep my last name. That's my brand.
Yeah, Besitas?
Yeah.
She might post if it's
when it's fully furnished.
When it's fully furnished, but it's really beautiful in the heart of Charlotte, like downtown. Very beautiful, 2-bedroom.
She showed up though. Okay, let's let the leasing agent.
the future real estate agent. 2-bedroom, 2 baths, 2 full baths. It has really good amenities. I can't wait to be here during the summer. And her pool is very beautiful, and they even have a library. The view. They have a gym. She said they have a yoga room. I've never been there.
You guys will see it.
Yeah. But it's a very beautiful house. But yeah, like even if you live in a house like this, an apartment like this, or a townhouse, wherever you may be at, it's really that hard to make it homey, you know, like how our parents made it, like growing up, you know.
Because I mean, it's the same thing with Kevin, our boyfriend. He grew up the traditional way too. So I think when, like, yes, we were both so excited to move into our apartment, but I think that, like, because during the holidays we had left, so the whole timeline was just quick. Like, I'm telling you, we started viewing apartments the end of November. I think it was like the last week of November. We saw one apartment, and then we saw this apartment. We literally only saw 2 apartments. The first apartment we didn't really like because it was too dark in there. When we came to this one, like, me and Kevin were just like, yes, like let's just do it. I like it. I asked him if he liked it, and he was like, yeah. So then we did all the paperwork, and then we applied, and then got accepted like a week later. Then moved in, but we didn't technically move in because we didn't bring our beds yet. So then after that, we brought our beds in, and like the day after we left, we went to Missouri.
Yeah, we did. We went to my parents for the holidays, and then it's been how long? Like almost 2-3 weeks since then.
And so then when we actually like stayed here and like finally officially moved in, even Kevin was talking about how like it didn't really feel like a home. Like no matter how much he liked it, he was just like, it's not homey.
And I was like joking around. I was like, why don't you go ahead and make kids? Too young for that. I'm just, you know how back then they like had kids like younger. But that's a different story. Enough of the past. You know, obviously, me and my sister might come on here and talk about our testimony, because I was a crazy girl.
And I was a crazy girl because of her. We were like yin and yang at one point. It's crazy.
It's crazy thinking back about it, because it's not that long ago. You know, it's like 3-4 years ago.
But I think growing up, me and her were not as close as we are now.
Yeah, we're definitely closer now.
Because she was living in 2080. In like 2012.
I'm like living in like 2020 and 2012, but at the same time I was 1990.
Yeah.
So like I'm very like I have a very
She has
old
her
soul.
own
way of living.
Her own generation, her own, you know, century. Like
it's really hard for me to kind of just go in with what the crowd is doing. Like I'm just not the type of person. Like matter of fact, like my parents used to think that I was following the wrong crowd when I was the leader.
Yeah.
When I was the leader.
You know, I think not the older, but like the more years that come and like the new trends that come, I think it gets more childish.
Yeah.
Than how it was before. Like you know, like when people are like old souls, like old love, like you know, and then it's like now like everyone's so used to like let's go sneaky links or let's go drink or let's go like you know like they don't really have like
set of values.
They don't really know like different ways to create memories and have fun without including doing something dangerous or
or
being
like spending money.
Yeah,
spending money.
Everyone's like, oh my gosh, let's go to an escape room or something. Like, why don't we go to the park, guys?
Let's go to the park and talk.
Right, like let's go walk.
What do you think has made it like that?
I think we just how new technology is.
You think it's the technology?
I really do think it's the technology. Because you have like TikTok, you have all these, you know.
And you have these like people that you watch on YouTube and you think just watching them is a way for you to connect them, which is good, but at the same time, it's not reality.
Yeah. It's like people, like even I do. Like my Instagram, I may post things that make it seem like my life is all like bougie and like, you know, like nice. And like, oh my gosh, she's out every day.
Yeah.
But like in reality, like, guys, like I'm just here.
that's just the highlight of everything.
Yeah. Like I do normal stuff too. You know?
We're normal people.
Like we enjoy the little things.
Yeah. And I think we enjoy the little things much more than the big things. Yeah. Because I really truly believe that it's not like the experience, but the people that you bring to that journey of experiences that you have in life. So you said that social media is a big cause of why people tend to have less connections genuinely.
Yeah, and I think also with like, you know how like the whole COVID shutdown, I mean, I think that kind of
woke everyone up.
Yeah, but I think that kind of also goes hand in hand with the technology because everyone was on social media that whole entire time.
Do you think technology is good or bad?
I think it's good. It's good for resources, like when you're, you know, trying to learn. I think you kind of just have to expose yourself to the right side of social media and not
that part.
Yeah, not the wrong side. Because a lot of people are getting too comfortable. Too comfortable. We were too, but we're not there no more. We kind of, you live and you learn. So.
Yeah, and I think we also didn't have a wisdom too. You know?
Yeah, we kind of just like followed everybody.
We followed everybody. And you know, obviously when you're young, like you don't really care about like how you might look later on in life. And unfortunately there are people who are 20 or 30 that still don't care.
Yeah, but I think you can kind of already see like the type of people that you bring into like not your channel but like your like
vicinity.
Yeah, or like the like whenever we would post on like TikTok, it's like when you try to do that switch, people are like, yeah, this is boring.
Yeah.
Like when you switch to real life, they're like, yeah, we need some
that
humor.
part. Yeah. That's to show though like what people really like, the sinful nature of us, like what we really want to see.
Yeah.
You know? Because believe it or not, like on my YouTube channel I talk a lot about God, you know, versus a girl who talks about useless things and let's say like drama or like gossip and stuff like that. Like more people are so into that. You know, and like that's just the truth of the world, you know. More people wants to know more about that than like, I don't know, like like you said, like the positive side of the social media.
But I mean, like a lot of the social media, a lot of people just romanticize.
And there's a good side to romanticizing your life.
I think you just gotta have a balance.
You gotta have a balance.
You gotta know what to romanticize, when to romanticize, and when to snap back to reality.
Yeah, and you also need to know like what you can take in. Because then I sometimes catch myself like, let's say watching like a lifestyle video, right? And it's hard for me to, and like all these girls are like driving Mercedes Benz, like living like this. And like, we don't know half the time how they get the money, you know? And it's not that, okay, like,
compare yourself.
it's easy to compare yourself, but we don't know like the hard work that comes with it because they don't show it, you know?
Yeah.
It takes time to like really do that. Or like these girls who are getting free trips, you know, on Instagram, the Instagram models or whatever.
Yeah.
They're living so luxury, but we don't even know that they're over there selling themselves. Yeah.
That's crazy.
We're jealous of them because what they show on social media, but we don't know the battles that
But we know that once you actually know, like, if they're selling it, you're not gonna be jealous of them.
Yeah. Well, some people might. That's why they get into like OnlyFans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we don't judge because
we listen and we don't judge.
we listen, we don't judge because I really feel like
Each their own.
if like God didn't like pick me up, like we would probably be heading in the same direction.
Yeah.
In my honest opinion.
Yeah, we would just go with the trend, go wherever the money. I think we would
Yeah.
just be even more money hungry and not really know the value of
Yeah.
working hard and trying to make your own bag the right way.
The right way, the smart and educated way.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie, it does cross my
Yeah.
mind, you know?
I mean, it's like a thing every single day. Like you see all these girls making so much money like that. You
But
know?
it's like, you know that the quicker you make money, the quicker you can get it taken
Lose
away.
it, yes,
Yeah.
because the Lord giveth, but the Lord also takes it. But
Yeah.
I truly believe that the Lord also allows them to go through that,
Yeah.
you know,
To learn.
and to see how dark it is.
Yeah.
Because you see a lot of those girls come to Christ too, or just find God.
Because I think when they get in that moment, they're like, they get lost and they're like, you know,
And they see how evil people can be.
yeah, and like
Especially
they live in denial.
Mm-hmm.
So it's scary.
Mm-hmm. Enough of the past, because I think
That's why it's important to get to know yourself.
Yes,
You know?
and get to know who you are, you know,
Yeah.
outside of, you know, who you are in social media, because, you know,
Especially with the people around you. Don't feel like you owe anyone your time and your energy. Like,
yeah.
if anything, your time and your energy is your money. So why would you just go give it away for free? You know?
I heard this saying where it's like no is a complete sentence.
Yeah.
And when you say no to something, you're saying yes to other things.
Yeah.
Remember that. But like I said, me and my sister had like a rebellion phase of our life. You know, we were living, we were partying.
Yeah. It was fun.
It was fun. I feel like
honestly, God had us in his hand. Like, we were crazy.
I'm telling you, like that's like what I've been saying. Literally, you know, my first ever video for 2025. It was literally God has his hand over us,
Yeah.
over me and my life. It doesn't matter how crazy I was doing
Yeah.
things.
Like, you don't realize how, like, even for me, like, I never realized how gardening and driving was like such a bad thing. That,
Yeah.
like, to this day, like, I still thank God for bringing me home safely. from that
Yeah,
moment.
and
Like,
for
you
me,
know?
partying and drinking. You know,
And then it's like you can get intoxicated. Like, you could have OD'd.
yeah.
You know, like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't do good with like gardening, so
So she was.
I'm like straight up Filipino, you know. Filipinos are alcoholics. I'm not an alcoholic. That is just a story on its own. If you guys want us to talk about a testimony on that, we can talk about it. It's not the most classiest topic, but I think it's a very important topic, especially people our age, because they start when they're 15, 14, 16, or even like 12 years old, and they never get out of it.
Yeah, they don't.
They never get out of it. You know, we're looking at people our age and you're like, wow, like when is the party life gonna get boring for you? You know, you can only have so much drinks.
Yeah, like, even like the people that we went to high school with.
We listen, we don't judge, because they might watch this.
No, but like in general, like, I know even the people that I went to middle school with, like, I know a lot of people that still live in that, like,
Mentality.
yeah, and it's like, it's scary.
Do you think it's a phase everyone needs to experience or have?
Definitely.
You think so?
I think it's easier, or you should. I don't want to have advice, but
We don't condone
but
any of it.
I think it's better to go through that phase at a younger than the older.
It's harder for you to come out when you're older.
Yeah, because
Because
it's like
your whole
that's-
identity.
Yeah, like that's your lifestyle. Literally,
Mm-hmm.
it's like literally. You even see like some YouTubers, like, they can't go a day without drinking or something. You know.
or that's all they post about, you know, drinks, and like that's their lifestyle. That's just the way they live their life.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we're not saying that like you shouldn't drink. Like, you can have like a little wine, champagne.
Be responsible about it. Do you think it's just for men and women, or do you think for both? Because that's like double standard.
No, I think it's for both. But I think, I don't know, because there are some people that just simply not into that.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, I don't want to say that they have to go through it to like get to know a different version of themselves, but it's like, not everyone has to go through it, you know? It's not in everyone's journey or whatever, but like, that doesn't change you.
Yeah.
If you go through it or not. Like, I think, I mean, yeah, it does change you when you go through it, but like, even if you don't go through it, it doesn't really change you.
I think when you go through it, like, you just have a stronger why of you're not gonna go back to that type of lifestyle.
Yeah, you just become more responsible.
Yeah, because then you're like,
towards that.
I'm getting older now.
Guys, I want to be in bed by 8 p.m.
You're at work at 8 p.m.
I know. But like, if I was working day shift, guys, like, my life now would be so different than when my life was before. Like, before, we would literally, I would go to work, and next thing you know, she's like, hey, my friends are going to a party. Let's go to a party. Next thing you know, 4 a.m. hits, I got work at 8 a.m.
Yeah, that's literally how it was, guys. Like, believe it or not, like, I would be out at night, and then I would come home like 5 a.m. and like 6:30, I'm at work.
We would still chase the bag though.
Yeah, and that was when we were younger. Now I don't even think that I can do that myself.
I can't do that.
Like,
by the time I get home, I just want to shower and go to bed.
Yeah, like, I don't think we can ever do that anymore. I pray for my friends, you know, like, they're not my friends anymore, but the people that I used to hang out with. What is a lesson that you've learned from previous years or from 2024 that you will use or take on this following year of 2025?
Okay, I think for me, especially now that I'm growing, I think trying, or not even trying, but like building better habits for yourself. I think I'm gonna try to use that more in 2025, because I think 2024 was just like, I don't know, I was all over the place. But it's like, I also graduated in 2024. So I graduated in 2024, and it's like, even before I walked the stage, I was already working a full-time job.
Yeah, night shift.
Yeah, so it's like, it doesn't, you don't kind of realize how fast the time goes. And it's like, after high school, it's like, you really have to create a routine for yourself.
Yeah.
You really have to push yourself to get up and do stuff. Because if you don't do it now, it's like, when are you ever going to do it? You're going to get too comfortable. Yeah. Because, I mean, in high school, like, when you're in school, your schedule's the same.
Yeah.
You know?
You have a bell telling you what to do.
Yeah. Like, you wake up, you know you have to go to school. And then, like, when you come back home, maybe you have chores, homework, you know, like, you have your schedule already set for you. But it's like, now that, like, you have to go to work, you have more responsibilities. So it's like, I think in 2025, I want to be able to manage, I guess, my mental, my financial, my habits. Try going to the gym more, eating healthier, and just being more out there, I think. Making connections.
How are you gonna do that?
Well, you see, I live in a community. No, but like, I think for me, like, I get so scared to like ask people questions, or like, sometimes it's like, you kind of sit there and you're like, oh, I want to ask her this, and then like, the moment you try to speak, it's like, you butcher your words. You know? And then I want to focus more on my studies. So this year, I don't want to be scared, like, especially when I go through the CNA program. I don't want to be scared to talk to my classmates and network, and, you know, like, I want to get closer to, I guess, I don't know, be more connected to the real world. Because I think right now, I think growing up, I've just been I kind of just like shut myself out from the world. Like, I live in like a little shell. Yeah. So it's like, now, like, I don't want to be scared to do anything. Because it's like, if I don't do it now, when am I ever going to do it?
Be fearless.
Yes.
Because if not now, when?
But it's also better to start, well, it's better, what is it? What do they say? It's better later than never.
Yeah, it's better later than never. I heard this like saying from Big Sean from, I think it was Jay Shetty's podcast. He was like, every time I wake up, I get closer to death. So
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
do.
because you do, you know. I think as we grow up, that's the thing that starts clicking in our mind.
Yeah.
That we all are gonna die. It doesn't matter if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're
Mhm.
healthy, if you're unhealthy, whatever habits you have, death is coming for all of us.
Yeah, you can wake up tomorrow and like that could be your last day.
Yeah.
Like it's scary, but like it's the truth. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of want to live and just make it worth it.
Mhm. And your future career?
Is okay, guys. Honestly, I think my end goal is still to be an orthodontist. But I think right now I'm taking baby steps because I just want to have a stable income coming in. And so right now I'm going to school for pre-nursing. So
you're kind of getting over of the fact that you have to deal with blood and like feces and stuff.
I think at the end of the day, I'm going to have to get through that anyway. You know what I mean? It's like you kind of have to expose yourself to that part of life because it's like, I don't know, like it's a real thing.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just avoid it forever.
Yeah.
So I think that will also help me, like give me a different perspective
of reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to, guys.
That's not true. That's not true.
No, I did.
It's
mine. No, for me, I want to work with kids. So I want to do pediatrics. So I think that's my end goal for nursing. But my end goal is still to, when I get my bachelor's, I'll go apply for dental school rather than like, you know, medical school. But I've also thought about CRNAs.
CRNAs. They're very competitive.
Yeah, they are.
But you can do anything that you put your mind into.
Yeah. But the thing I don't like about them is like they're not really considered doctors. Like if they go to medical school, bruh.
But they're getting paid doctor money. Sorry.
Yeah,
make good money.
All they doing is drugging you.
And you stay in like what, like the OR only, because most of the time you're dealing with patients who are in the operating room.
Yeah.
For me, my end goal is nurse practitioner because I like more of like the study of like doctors. You know, because when you're a nurse practitioner, you're more of diagnosing and, you know.
She's more like a psychological person.
Yeah, or like just overall holistic, you know, like when you do this and you do that, you get this, you know.
She wants to always know why.
Understand yourself.
You could talk to her about anything and she'll just, why? So why do you feel, why do you think, why
do you think you did that?
It's a good way to learn though.
So nursing and orthodontics for your overall goal for your career. Now let's talk about relationship. How has your significant other shaped you into become the woman that you are to this day?
Well, I think Kevin has taught me a lot of patience. Like, I think he's, how do you say it? Like, he's taught me a lot about myself. Like, I realized that I'm literally, when I'm stubborn. I mean, I've always known I'm stubborn, you know? But I think for me, I low-key think I have, like, anger issues. Like, it's not bad. But, like, I'm like, I don't even know. But I think I probably have anger issues. I should probably check that.
Are you serious? 'Cause I've never, like, she's saying this, guys, but I've never really seen her in a state of what she's saying.
But it's not like anger issues, guys, where like I just act out of nowhere. It's more of like I get triggered really easily.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like not even like
I feel like you do a very great job at hiding your triggers from me, or even I don't even know if you get triggered around me.
Really?
Yeah, because you've never really.
I don't even think you really triggered me.
You think so? You think that's why?
I think because like with Kevin, like guys, it's hard. I don't want to say relationships are hard. Relationships are not hard.
Relationships are hard. Like, let's be real.
I mean,
relationships are hard.
But
they're hard, but it's like one of those beautiful things where it could bring out the best in you, but it also can bring out the worst in you.
Yeah. But like since like growing up, like I've just been like so independent. Like I've always liked my alone space. So like getting into a relationship was very new to me. Like I've always had like sides, like you know, like
talking to
whatever.
someone, yeah.
But like those were so short term that I knew that it was never gonna get anywhere, and like you know, like they're not with me 24/7. Like me and Kevin moved in together when we basically started dating. So it was like stepping into that was kind of like weird. Like at first, it's like you go through the honeymoon stage and you're like, oh my gosh, la la land, I love him, you know. But I think as the months came, it's like the more that we've lived together, it's like you kind of like see each other's like habits and like, you know. So I think that kind of like brought out like, I don't want to say anger issues, but like I would get triggered sometimes when he doesn't do something, or like when, you know, just like certain stuff, or like certain things he says, or like just the way he grew up.
Yeah, just
also.
the way he is. Yeah. And that doesn't make him wrong. It's just you guys grew up differently.
Yeah. So it's like, I think now recently actually I became just more understanding to that. Because it's like I need to accept that that's how he is.
Yeah, and he does the same way, you know, he reciprocates it. Like he might think that you're wrong, but he doesn't, he understands that that's just because you're a different person.
Yeah, but I mean, he's taught me a lot of patience, guys. A lot. That man is stubborn too.
That's beautiful. I think love is one of those things where it can help us move forward, especially in the hardest times of our life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of just gives you like that boost of
motivation of energy. Love can make you go to the gym more.
Yeah.
Just become a better person.
And it's nice too seeing like the beginning.
And how far you've come.
Yeah. Because I mean, me and Kim started out as best friends, guys. So it's like, you know,
best friends falling in love with each other, like the song.
But like no, but you know, like people think like that's like, oh my gosh, you fell in love with your best friend, like that was like the easiest transition ever. I think that was the hardest transition ever. Like, but like at the same time, I think like it's very important to have that foundation.
Friendship. Yes.
So it's like, yes, I already knew him, but I think switching from like that best friend to like relationship, like sometimes I guess it's a good thing that like you should, like your boyfriend should be your best friend, but like sometimes you really have to know the difference
and have boundaries.
Yeah, you know, because sometimes like he'll get into like his best friend act and I'm like, fix yourself.
Yeah, like I'm a girlfriend now.
Like you can't talk to me like that, or like, you know, like you can't do certain things. So it's like,
but I'm excited for your future with Kevin.
But it's fun. And he's behind the camera pointing a gun at me. Guys, this is my last year being a teenager. It's crazy.
I know.
And you're turning 21.
Turning 21, guys.
I remember we used to lie about our age.
We used to lie about our
age we are right now.
Yes.
We would be 15. I was like, yeah, I'm 19.
No, because we would look and act so mature for our age.
Yeah.
I think so. That's what I think. I don't know if they really thought that, but we put in ourselves in situations where we are always around older people.
That was a good thing though, I think. You learn a lot.
You learn a lot because you can always be a child, you know? Yeah. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I hope I'm graduating with a bachelor's. Like I hope I'm getting my bachelor's. And, you know, working.
Starting a career.
Yeah. Travel.
Traveling more.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to say I want to have kids yet, because I mean that's still
do you think that's more in like the 30?
No, I don't think that's more than 30. I think that's more like the late 20s.
Late 20s.
Yeah, because I mean I want to get married, obviously. So it's like I want to experience that type of love and like that type of journey before having kids. So it's like you kind of like enjoy each other more as husband and wife before you include little rats. I'm just kidding.
What message would you say to the world?
What did you say? It was like you are where you want to be. Like you are.
You're not where you want to be, but you're not where you want to be yet. Like I'm not where I want to be right now, but I'm not where I want to be.
Yeah, and you're not where you were.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think for me, it's kind of just like you kind of just have to keep going, even if it's just little steps. You know,
take it a step at a time.
Literally,
a day at
like
a time.
a step is something. You know, like no matter how little, how big. Like it could be if you don't make your bed in the morning. Usually, if you make your bed now, it's like that's a step. You know, and just honestly, don't follow with the trends. Don't listen to what people. Don't fall for the life that people expose you to, because sometimes they're not the truth or you know the full truth. So it's like live authentically. Enjoy it. Enjoy your journey, guys.
Thank you so much, my sister.
I feel like I should have asked her questions too. Like, dang.
But it's okay. This is for featuring you. So thank you, my little sister, for being on my YouTube channel. I had this great time with you. I hope that you guys like this video. If you guys want to see more of my sister, her YouTube channel should be her name. I might link it on the link below, or it's Erica Besitas. I am Erica Jean on Instagram if you want to follow her. Thanks for watching. We love you guys, but Jesus loves you more. Bye.